Hey everyone, welcome back to Unsisted Bourbon Reviews, episode 95. And today we're going to go ahead and knock out one of my favorites, which is Knob Creek 12 year. So we've done a Which One Wednesday a while back. We did a Knob Creek store pick, which is their 9-year expression in a barrel pick. So we had two store picks, went side by side. I think Porvu's Knob Creek won, so that was really nice. But we were talking about Knob Creek, so we did a Knob Creek maple finished, which was really nice too. Which, looking back on it, I still really like that one, but it has maple flavoring. So honestly, that may be, well, we could get dinged for that down the road. I didn't realize that or pick up on that. We did the Knob Creek maple finish, but I think nonetheless it's definitely a whiskey that just had maple flavoring. But I don't want to spend too much time on that. So we're talking about the Knob Creek offering. So you have your regular Knob Creek, your single barrel select, which we've done. Knob Creek 9, 12, 15, and 18. So as you can imagine, they incrementally go up in price. So the 18 usually runs around like well over $150, or no, I would say like 120 price range, and you can kind of just work your way down. We'll get the price on this in a minute, but I think the pick of the litter, if you're going to kind of pick one, you should go with Knob Creek 12, and we'll get into that. I'll give it the review, but there's a lot of similarities between the 9, the 12, the 15, the 18. I think some of the differences are pretty nuanced, but again, I don't want to spoil too much of the review, but I think in terms of Beam Suntory or Jim Beam, I think Knob Creek is probably one of my favorites. Just in general, I think you can't miss when you do it with Knob Creek. They just do really good stuff. And, there's people who aren't Jim Beam fans that actually like Knob Creek, which is actually rather surprising. But again, Jim Beam Suntory has done Booker's, Little Book, Knob Creek, Jim Beam, Baker's, Legent we've done a while back. So again, we've done a lot of products from Beam Suntory. So enough about that. So this is obviously a 12-year age with a mash bill of 77% corn, 13% rye, 10% malted barley, which is your typical Jim Beam mash bill. The difference is it is aged for 12 years. So we'll go ahead and give it a review. And I think today, so as you notice, the Glencairn I'm using, or the snifter I'm using, is different. So this is actually J. Wakefield snifter that I just happened to find in my mom's stuff when she moved up here. So I am not quite sure on the difference of, why you should use certain size snifters or Glencairn glass. I think this will be easier. I'm interested to see if there's a difference or whatever with this. I just think it's cool. J. Wakefield, 02305, and maiden date. So I'm glad I found this one, and we're going to drink out of this one today. So in case you're wondering why we mixed it up a bit. So the shape, you can tell it's very similar. It's very the same. Again, taste ethanol will come out of that curvature of the glass, and so I think we'll get a good flavor profile on this. So enough about that. We'll go ahead and get into our tasting. And it's got a really, I think that's probably why you use a smaller glass, because I poured it like an asshole. So yeah, that's massive, whatever. Really nice color on this, nice dark color. You definitely get that nice charred oak right off the nose, and this is 100 proof. I think the store picks we did were 120 proof, so I think most of these are around 100 proof. But yeah, as you see, 100 proof. So we'll go ahead and give it a sniff. Nice oak, vanilla, caramel. Get a little pepper on there. Really nice flavor profile. I get kind of some like a cake smell. Yeah, I guess this is the reason why you don't use a giant glass like this. Shame on me. All right, we'll give it a taste. Okay, so it has that very typical Jim Beam or that Beam flavor profile. Very oaky, vanilla, caramel. I get some nuance in there, some brown sugar on the first taste. Second taste, I get like a cake, like a buttery cake, which is really nice. So, yeah, and the finish is great for 100 proof. I think this is excellent. So, we'll go ahead and give it a grade for price. Price point, I think I paid $65 for this. This can be steep, but I think for price point, this is an 8.5. Taste, this is an 8. Overall, this is a very solid. I'll give 8.5. This is one of my favorites. Great from Knob Creek. Good from Jim Beam. I hope you guys can get your hands on it. I appreciate it. We'll talk soon.